maybe we could just have a quick smooch to see if there's a spark.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and today we celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Hot Ones with a very special Hot Ones reunion episode brought to you by Popeyes, who we've partnered with to create the ultimate Spice Lord menu collab. And I am thrilled to welcome back to the studio the delightful Keke Palmer.
We're back together again.
I can't quit you. She's an Emmy Award-winning actress, a singer-songwriter, New York Times best-selling author, new media magnate, a TV and podcast host, but somehow, someway, the busiest woman in Hollywood has found time to do Hot Ones now for a record-breaking third time, and I, for one, could not be more grateful. Keke Palmer, welcome back to the show.
Me too. It's so good to see you. I'm so happy for everything going on with you. It means so much. It's been so long since I've seen you.
Too long, always too long since I've seen you. And Keke, we have some exciting news. We not only have a brand new lineup of sauces for you to try, but you'll also get to try our Popeyes and Hot Ones menu collab, the Sizzlin' Sriracha Dippers, Smokin' Rojo Sandwich, and the Darin Dab Ghost Wings. Are you ready to get started?
I am. This is a big juicy baby. Okay. It's good. It's really good, actually. A little sweet, you know.
This one's got some sweetness to it.
I can't believe that got so memed.
I can.
Has a little sweetness to it.
And I'm back. So in the 10 years since I've been doing this show, I feel like you've done 100 projects, and every time I see you, you seem to level up. I'm curious, what's your relationship like with perfectionism, and how, if at all, has it evolved or changed as your career has expanded?
I think I'll always be a perfectionist in the sense of wanting to give my best, wanting to prepare, and know that I did all I could to make it worthwhile. But my relationship with what that looks like has continued to evolve because I think I have more grace with myself. I'm fine with things becoming what they're meant to be, not what I thought they should be, which is a big relief. It's like you can still work hard and have that perfectionist energy, but also the ability to let it go and let it transform in how it's meant to become.
If you were teaching a master class called The Art of Doing Everything Well, what would be 2 non-negotiable principles?
Well, you have to finish everything you said you're gonna do. Following through is important, even if it's, like I said, not at the level you expected or things went wrong or it's like hard to get it to the finish line. You have to get it to the finish line because that's how you learn and you teach yourself to keep growing in these different areas. You know, nobody gets it right on the first try. So just because you're great at one thing, when you try something new, you need to follow through, even if it goes crazy, so you can show yourself you can do it. Another non-negotiable is trying to do everything alone. You can't do nothing alone. You need to get a team with you at all times. I've got an incredible team from every different corner of anything I'm doing. And I think that's what has allowed me to be successful as well.
Look at you.
Now that's tea, boo. This flavor is really delicious.
Whoa. Maybe we've stepped up our game since last time.
They were good last time. I feel like I know I'm gonna get got. And it was all cute in the beginning.
You've been around the block
I've
too
been around
many
the block. You
times.
set me up, Sean. By the time I get to there.
I can't set you up. You know too much.
This throat is on fire.
So when you look towards the future and where Hollywood is headed, what are you most optimistic about? And then is there an existential threat that keeps you up at night?
What I'm excited about, I think individual brands. What do I mean by that? Like people creating their niche voices. I think we have a lot more of an ability to directly talk to our audience in a way that I couldn't when I was a kid. You know, as a traditional talent coming in, I didn't really find my creative voice until social media. And it really helped me to be able to show the industry and show different collaborators what I bring to the table. And so I think we're gonna always be up against like the machine, but I think we'll have more of the ability to understand how we can work within it as we continue to learn how to build our own, you know, brands and tell the world who we are and what it is we have to offer. And then the existential thing that keeps me up, not being inspired. Sean, I've been doing this for so many years.
You're jaded.
You know, I'm like, it's been 23 years or so, and so it does, like, it spooks me that one day I'll be like, holla at your girl, you know, and just be out of here. You know, right now I'm still in it.
You know what? From talking to you, from seeing you today, I think that's many years away. All right, Keke?
From your mouth to God's ear, Sean.
All right, so Keke, in place of this next wing, we're gonna try the Sizzlin' Sriracha Dippers. Bill, come on in, bring in the Sizzlin' Sriracha Dippers. These are marinated in our Hot Ones pickled garlic sriracha sauce, served with a sachet of Hot Ones pickled garlic hot sauce and a buttermilk ranch dip cup.
Ooh. So tell me what I do. Do I just pour this all on my thing?
Yeah, I would just pop the sachet.
Boop. Oh my gosh, I feel my mouth watering already, Sean. This looks delicious. Okay, here we go.
I'm making a mess over here.
It's delicious, Sean.
From your lips to God's ears.
Do a little the ranch dip. Fabulous. Okay, Popeyes.
So, in addition to writing a memoir, the dozen or so TV and film projects you have coming out, hosting a podcast, you also released an 18-song album called Just Keke earlier this summer. And you know, the cover art is you as a doll in the box. I'm curious, what does that visual metaphor mean to you?
Well, I think, growing up in the industry, I've always been seen as a product, and I've always had to see myself as a product, especially as a kid when you're trying to, know who you are and then know how that connects to what it is you're doing. So I think it's really a metaphor for that, but also at the end of the day, having this conversation with my audience through the visuals where it's like, I'm just a girl at the end of the day. I'm just a mom, I'm just Keke. I'm just somebody that's trying to figure it out. I know this is what I represent. I know this is who I've been, and I'm glad for that. But also, let's evolve together, and I really want you to know the me that created all this.
And then I think it's awesome that you self-funded this record. You put the visual album out on YouTube. I'm curious, can you pull back the curtain on what makes selling music through the traditional channels such a soul-sucking endeavor? Because you recently had this quote, you talked to The Cut, you said that you need to know how to speak to people who are not creative so that they can make more money.
Exactly. And that's why it becomes very difficult. But so in the traditional sense, you have gatekeepers, right? If you're signed to a label or if you're signed to a production company, and these things aren't bad. It's just about if you know what you need and why you chose that particular path. I think somebody like me was always going to be soul-sucking because that's not how I'm meant to do things. I'm a brand. I've always been multifaceted. And again, I think that's where it should go and it can go for others. That way you're not just solely dependent on one thing. You can actually, if you're making your music, you can put it in your movie, or you can do the album and you can collaborate with another company and you can do a visual, or there's so many other ways. And
or you could have a variety show motif and then all of a sudden Just Keke, the variety show.
Exactly, yes, John, we're here. Pass the floor. What does that mean, you think?
Passed out on the floor is what they should call it.
Good, but definitely getting hotter.
So, true to form, you've checked almost every box as a host, from network morning TV to red carpets to game shows like Password to hosting a podcast. And last time you were on the show, you said that the most annoying thing a guest can do when they're appearing on a talk show is give one-word answers. Ooh. Do you have any other pet peeves?
That's a big one. Because it's I'm a conversationalist, but damn, you gotta
making
say
you work.
Something. Yeah. What else? I guess just at the end of the day, when people aren't happy to be there.
Right, yeah, you could have said no.
Yeah,
right?
No, you could have said no. If somebody's showing up and it's hey, hour late, you know what I mean? When people just aren't happy to be there. Because, sometimes interviews, it could be a lot.
And you know that because you've been on both sides of the table.
Bingo. So I try to create a safe space. I think that Baby It Is Keke Palmer has great snacks. Anytime somebody comes to the podcast, they coming out and leaving with a bag. So I try to make them comfortable some way, somehow. But yeah, I'm not here for the gotchas. Keke's here to have a good time. If you're gonna spill some tea, it's gonna be sweet. Like, we're not here to have you fired up and like people hating you. Like, we're not doing that. Like, I'm just here to create the space for you to be relaxed, especially when I'm talking to other entertainers. It's like, if there's one show that you can come on and you can really get into some chill stuff, it's in a chair with Keke. So I think that's the vibe, is I try to let them know. It's like, we're here to have a good time. I'm not here trying to do no drama, no nothing. Like, we can, get into it, but it's up to you.
You're dancing.
Yeah, I'm dancing with them, going where they're going. And so it's like, yeah, I do think it's important. You really gotta be able to watch people, when you're doing that kind of thing. Habanero, when you hear that word, I'm waiting for it to hit.
It does have kind of like some late action on it, but I find that 4 is a little more jarring.
You're right on that. Floor was hitting crazy.
Yeah, right. Can you pull back the curtain on your approach to the fast-talking monologue you did as Emerald in your opening scene of Nope? Director Jordan Peele says it took 14 takes to finish and that all were very wildly different.
Yeah. So, you always want to make sure that you give the director as many options as you can. You know what I mean? You don't want to do it the same way, especially when it's a big monologue. You want to change it up, slice it down, improv a little bit. And especially when the director's also the writer. You can't mess up their words. So the biggest, secret is knowing your lines, backwards and forwards. I was literally rehearsing those lines 100 times to ensure that I could relax. Because see, when you don't know your lines, you can't really play around because you're too busy thinking about what word comes next and but when you know the lines, with your, the back of your hand, you can have fun and you can give them 14 amazing solid takes. He ended up choosing the one that I improv the most on at the end. But yeah, that was so cool. That was I think that was the first week of filming. That was one of the first few days when I filmed that movie. And I was like, oh shit.
Pressure is on.
Here we go. Yes.
But true to form, you stepped in that box. Clean barrel, Keke.
Your girl gonna always get it done. Carpe diem, as my mom says.
All right, so in place of this next wing, what we're gonna be trying is the Smokin' Rojo sandwich. Bill, bring in the Smokin' Rojo sandwich. This is a crispy chicken fillet with Hot Ones Los Calientes Rojo spread and pickles, all served on a brioche bun.
Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. And the bread is nice and soft. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
You can't fake that.
This is good. Okay, Popeyes. Wow.
Thank you, Keke.
Did you know how to lie?
I know that. So I recently saw a clip of Eddie Murphy gassing you up when he was on the press circuit for his show, The Pickup. I'm curious, what did it mean to you to get those kinds of flowers from a living legend like that?
I was out of my mind. I couldn't believe that the Eddie Murphy said that I reminded him of him.
That's what he said.
I was
a younger version of himself.
Sean, honestly, I feel like I wake up in the morning and I think about it. I love Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is such an incredible actor, and the things that he's done have never been done and will never be done again. He's one of those people, he's iconic. He created a pathway where there was none. As a teenager on SNL, 3-picture deal before the age of 20. He's just so amazing, and I was just so excited to do the movie with him. And then I didn't know, when I'm doing the movie, I didn't know if he's watching me. I know I'm watching him because he's him, and I'm trying to learn, and I'm observing. Little did I know that he was taking a peek. I couldn't believe it. I love you, Eddie. This one started off as a little party. I can already feel the flavors bouncing around.
It's starting to get serious.
It's starting to get serious, babes.
Mm-hmm.
This one was hot.
Yeah, and that's the trajectory that we're on. But
wow.
Yeah. I know.
Sean.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you have acid reflux?
I have somehow, some way, been able to dodge every pothole.
Your body looks so nice and trim. I feel like for you to have this kind of gig, I don't know how you're doing it. You look great.
Cardio, you just gotta run away from the wings. That's the only way. That's the only way.
There's nobody like Sean Evans.
Oh, I can't handle that. Which Rodgers and Hammerstein song was the hardest to nail 8 shows a week as Cinderella in front of a sold-out crowd?
In my own little corner. In my own little corner in my own little chair. It's too much. It's too much. Because when I first started doing Broadway, I was trying to do it like R&B, like in my own little corner.
You're putting your sauce
slow
on
it down, mama. They was like, this isn't Mary J. Blige, Cinderella. So they make you sing so, that is tough to do. But you know, I did my bid, I did my thing. I learned how to do that classical vibe, and it's a time that I will remember. But that song wasn't no joke.
Well, you know what? This is hot for me, by the way.
It is hot. Mine is still going along.
But you did kind of beautifully sing that song with a Scotch bonnet, habanero kind of cocktail exploding inside of you.
I had to hold it together.
And then that beautiful music came out, Keke.
Oh, Sean, stop.
An undeniable talent.
Stop.
Through and through.
Keep going.
All right, so one thing that's remained consistent through the many years that we've known each other and you've done this show is to bomb beyond insanity at sauce number 8.
It looks like a monster. Did I do too much?
You might have.
No.
I know. I know.
This is painful.
Yeah, it's
There's not even any flavor to it.
it's a gag.
It's just hurting you.
Yeah, right. It's just punishing.
I'm so glad I didn't wear wigs.
As someone who's done this 3 times, you've done verses. What is that experience like? Because like right now, you're probably thinking in your head, I'll never ever do this show again. But then what happens? Like, did the clouds clear, the sun comes out, and you're like, oh, I could do that again. I could do that again. What happens?
I realize that I'm a soldier. And there's nothing I can do.
That's right, can't be stopped.
And I somehow tell myself, it's worth it for Sean. Shit. Guys, hold on, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Take your time.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
It's nothing.
Honestly, guys, I'm just trying to make y'all laugh. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
This is like, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you a little bit of like, ha, vibed out.
Do you have any sort of food influencer hot take? And would you consider yourself a part of it?
I'm not a part of it only because I don't show people. And my biggest hot take is they're lying about the messes it leaves in their kitchen.
That's important. Yeah, call them out on that.
They make it seem like they're just so... Your kitchen's a mess, mama. We all know it. Like, if I were to do one, I would show you that my house is a mess. That would be my spin. That would be my spin. It's like, and that's it. And then behind me, you always see the dishes and stuff, and everything's all over the place. Nobody steal that. This is so scary. Look at me shaking.
I don't see a steady hand Keke over here. So I know that you're a reality TV obsessive, and you were even on a Hollywood Reporter roundtable to discuss the topic. Which reality show do you think you'd have the best shot of winning?
I know for a fact, if it was at the right time, the right era, your girl would have been an American Idol. Oh yeah. I would have been up there with my girl Fantasia. Not her season though, because she would have beat me. But I would have been up in there. I know I could have made it at some point. American Idol. I had a storyline. I'm from Chicago, you know. My mom would, she was a singer growing up. I grew up
That's right,
in
you
church.
have a human interest element.
You get what I mean? Because you had to have that. Back in the day,
Right.
you needed that storyline. I would have ate the damn America up. Oh my gosh, I would have been crying. I'm like, yeah. Thank you. I always thought I could be an American Idol. Like, I feel like I would have been an American Idol. Wow.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You're doing amazing.
Thank you, so are you. You make it really easy.
The most comfortable, least comfortable show. That's what we aim for over here. Okay, Keke, you have made it to the final wing once again. In its place, we're gonna try our spiciest menu item, the Dare and Dab Ghost Wings. Bill, bring them on in. These are Popeye's classic wings topped with a ghost pepper dry rub. They're served with a Last Dab ranch dip cup. And to add a little extra on the last wing, you have our Last Dab sachet, which can be ordered a la carte with any of our menu items.
Okay, here you go.
All right.
You know, you can't go wrong with wings, you get me? I mean, you just can't go wrong with a little chicken.
And with that, Keke Palmer, you have now crushed Hot Ones for a third time, a record third time, putting you in elite one-of-one company. Now that you're so seasoned, that you're so traveled in the format, I'm curious, what advice would you pass on to future celebrities who are taking on the Hot Ones gauntlet? Like, do you think you've cracked the code?
I think I've cracked the code. The biggest thing is to keep talking. Keep talking, don't let yourself sit in the pain too long. You know, drink your water. Y'all know y'all need to be hydrated. And just know that at the end of the day, it's only for an hour or so. Be open, blink of an eye.
Keke Palmer taking on the Hot Ones gauntlet, defeating it. Taking on the Popeyes and Hot Ones menu, defeating it. If you would like to get a taste, these menu items are available at your local Popeyes for a limited time. Whether you're a die-hard Spice Lord or just looking to heat things up on your lunch break, there's something for everyone. And now, Keke, there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera, let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Well, get ready to check out my new movie, The Pickup, on Amazon. And this October, I have a great fun movie with myself, Aziz Ansari, Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen called Good Fortune. Check that out. And then there's one more thing I'd like to say, Sean, because I saw an interview where you said like I was your favorite guest, you know, and all this really sweet stuff. And I know we've just had some wings, but I thought that maybe we could just have a quick smooch to see if there's a spark.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
The sparks are sparking.
When I'm dying and my life flashes before my eyes, I'll have that snapshot.
Yes,
I'll have that snapshot.
I have to.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
I love you.
I love you too.